On 1st and 10, here's Irving. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that.
Run.
2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Mayfield to throw it. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. From 17 yards out. And the Bucs have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Todd Bowles leaving his offense on the field. They're going to go for 2 here. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. So the 2-point conversion trend continues, at least as far as trying those goes. They've attempted them after all 3 touchdowns, CD, and converted now 2 of them.
They're not just dipping their toe in the water, are they? I mean, they're committed to going for 2 points, and 2 out of 3, now with a 22-0 lead. In a sense, they're a little bit ahead of the curve, because normally it would be 21, wouldn't it?
And with the way their defense is playing, I don't know if it matters if they do convert any of these. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down. On the run, it's Dowdle. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
And look at this. It's a fake. And this is going to blow up in their faces. Not only do they not get the first, they're going to lose big yardage as well. There are times to run that fake, and there are times to not run it, and this, without question, would fall in the latter category.
Well, I don't know about without question, partner. I think we should look at the analytics on this one because, oh, yeah, the analytics say, yeah, without question. You should have gone ahead and punted the football, because now not only did you not get it and you really had no chance to, what a short field that you turned the ball over to the other offense.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Baker going to give it to Irving. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Bucky Irving with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Dallas offense set for this next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Now Prescott under pressure, and down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center.
Conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. Irving. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football. Another shot from the one on 2nd and goal. As they've got it as we resume action. He'll try again. And this time he gets into the end zone. Touchdown Tampa Bay. Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the second time in the ball game.
And, Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, Prescott stripped. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage. But I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. And he is going to lose yardage here. The Cowboys on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Here is 3rd and quite a ways. Here's Prescott. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
Fielded at the 33. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over.
Hey, alert 33. What's that?
Throwing. Mayfield. Airing this one out for Evans. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Mike Evans. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bucs continue to pull away here in this first half. They're going to try and run. And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
And they're going to have terrific field position as they finally get to him, but just shy of the midfield stripe. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. They run again with Dowdle. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Give him 30 yards there. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing. Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And, oh, he takes a shot at the end of that play. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. A running play. It's Dowdle. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal. To throw is Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Brandon Cooks. A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Cowboys are able to at least get 1 score back.
And it's no good. He missed it wide to the left. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
And we shift to spotlighting Mike Evans. He has certainly made the most of his catches so far, both of them going for touchdowns here in half number 1.
And we've never met a team that doesn't talk about getting off to a fast start and featuring guys that they want to have the ball early. We're seeing both of those come into play here. Off to an incredible start. Got their feature guy going, and now everyone else should have opportunities.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Bucky Irving
on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns.
And the Bucs have got it on cruise control.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And this time they'll be stopped short of the goal line. He might have been out of gas after the long run. In any event, the try for 2 fails. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
And out now come the Cowboys.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Vita Vea able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a third time here on fourth down. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Mayfield looks to throw. That'll be taken in downfield by Godwin. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Chris Godwin with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Buccaneers are pouring it on. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on fourth down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. That this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touch. And Prescott, his third interception. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Well, there are several factors at play for why they face this deficit right now, Charles, but that's now 3 interceptions that he has thrown and just giving the football away pretty careless here in the opening half.
Yeah, I know that all of our parents taught us to share as youngsters. But in this game, you don't want to share with the other team. Keep it for yourself. Keep it for your team.
Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 41. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there. But this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Levante David.
Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football.
He's got a man complete. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Buccaneers have opened the lead up to 60. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And
my goodness, another interception. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. The Bucs summon their offense back onto the field here. They're going to go for two. They'll try and run it here. And he will dive into the end zone, and the two-point conversion is successful. And they turn the pick six into a pick 8 with that two-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized with a little bit on top.
And just shutting him off there. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Cowboy offense is going to head out now late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Prescott to throw it.
The short one there taken in by Ferguson.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. What a real head-scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs. Here's Mayfield. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns.
And the Bucs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And he will dive into the end zone, and the two-point conversion is successful. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And the Cowboys going to go on offense one final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll go as a loss of a yard on what should be the final play of the first half. So we've reached halftime, an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Buccaneers offense and their running back Bucky Irving getting ready to go back to work. And as we roll through some of the highlights, we see how crucial he's been to their success in this one. When he's in this type of a groove and his offensive linemen are creating running lanes for him, he can really put on a show, and he's done so here. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
What's that?
Now Mayfield. Airing this one out for Evans. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, 68 yards. And the Bucs just continue to roll. They're going to try and run. And he will dive into the end zone, and the two-point conversion is successful.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there, and sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
The Cowboys offense and Dak Prescott getting ready to go once more. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Yeah, here we go.
Here's Prescott. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Kalijah Kancey picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. He finds his man, complete. That's Lamb. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Now Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Buccaneers offense and Baker Mayfield set to take over once more. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So that is a big one, folks. Can you believe it? 8 passing touchdowns in a single game until today. That had never been done in NFL history. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
Run, run, run. Good. Real. What's that?
Mayfield. Airing this one out for Evans. This is caught inside the 15. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans, 56 yards. And the Buccaneers extend their lead yet again. And he will not make it to the goal line as this try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, All coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. 3rd down and 13. Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
This is taken at the 18. Ooh, with a juke. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. Mayfield now. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And all the way down to the 9.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalties.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. And that score gives them a little more separation and a bigger lead.
A little more of a comfort zone now. They can do more things defensively, maybe take a few more gambles as they try to continue to extend their lead.
Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, I mean, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
Yeah, here we go.
Looking to throw, Prescott. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2.
Regular. What's that?
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
To throw, Mayfield. Airing this one out for Evans. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play.
Run.
Unable to connect in that attempt.
Set. Real. Watch out.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield airing this one out for Evans. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Point it right. Set. Pistol. Up, Nelson. Watch out.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Chris Godwin, 64 yards. And the Buccaneers get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
King.
Todd Bowles leaving his offense on the field. They're going to go for 2 here. They'll try and run it here. And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful.
But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Take care of the... all the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Hey, alert 33. Alert. Done.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Bucs will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Now the Bucs offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2.
King. Set. Regular. What's that?
They'll look to throw. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter. as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Back now in Tampa. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Here we go. Right take. What do you think?
Prescott now. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down. Seven yards there, good enough to move the sticks. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Yeah! Here we go! Right take!
Now back to throw.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, here we go!
Now Prescott.
He'll get this to his running back, Dowdle. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Prescott yet again.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 18. Here's Prescott. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Jamel Dean. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead.
Let's go.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Real. What's that?
From the gun, Mayfield. Airing this one out for Evans. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Point it right. Yep.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage, as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining.
Set. Pistol. Real. Up.
They run out of the gun with Irving. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. 4th down. They'll try it now with Irving. And he'll have the 1st down as he's up to about the 18.
Hey, alert 33. Alert. What's that?
Throwing, Mayfield. Airing this one out for Evans. It got his man complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And that last touchdown pass not only puts 6 points on the board, it also puts his name into the record books for the most touchdown passes in a single game.
What's that?
They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
Personally, I'd rather see them kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately... And he lost the football, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
Yeah, here we go.
Throwing, Prescott. And now here is another interception. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. 20, 5, and it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. The Bucs summon their offense back onto the field here. They're going to go for 2. They're going to try and run. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The time to get another look at this Cowboys offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Levante David. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
Regular. Hey, alert, 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 alert. What's that?
So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. This is caught by Evans. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Regular. What's that?
They'll run with Irving.
And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He did.
Go, boys, let's go.
At the 1.
That.
Mayfield to throw it. The Charles are still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from...
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But Charles, sometimes you... teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have... and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead.
Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense will very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. Airing this one out for Evans. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Yet another trip to the end zone, and that last one, a bit of history. He has now broken the NFL record for most receiving touchdowns in a single game.
They'll try and run it here. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. This is brought in at the 21. And now the rookie's free. And they are going to finish this one off strong. It's a return touchdown to add on to their lead in the final stages. The Buccaneer offense again out there to go for 2. They're going to try and run. And this time he'll be stopped short of the goal line. He might have been out of gas after the long run. In any event, the try for 2 fails. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game.
Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Point it right.
They came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the fourth.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early. But give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.
And a most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Bucs are winners here as we say so long from Tampa.